Today we're checking out the front door sill protection in black for the 2014 and newer Silverado 1500s. Now if you're looking to protect your truck's door sills from scratches, scuffs, and that general wear and tear, then these protectors are going to be a great option. These are going to be perfect for Silverado owners who want to add a durable and stylish upgrade to help maintain their truck's interior while adding a little bit of grip to that door sill. This door sill protection set is designed to shield the high traffic area at the base of your Silverado door, preventing damage from mud, debris, and everyday foot traffic. If you're constantly hopping in and out of your truck for work, everyday driving, or those off-road adventures, these covers provide a layer of defense to keep your interior looking clean and well maintained while adding that extra foot grip. With a precise fit for the Silverado 1500, these protectors blend seamlessly with the factory design, ensuring a sleek and OEM-like appearance. This texture black finish not only adds durability, but also enhances that truck's interior aesthetic and matches up perfectly with the pad on the inside of the door. Plus, they're designed to be easy to clean, allowing you to simply wipe them down whenever you need to clean up the interior. These are going to be made from durable, high-quality materials, and these door sill protectors are built to withstand heavy use and exposure to those elements. The material is resistant to fading, cracking, and peeling, ensuring long-term protection for your truck. This black finish is going to complement a wide range of interior styles while offering a non-slip surface for that added functionality. Now, as far as pricing goes on this, it's coming in right around that $50 price range for the pair of two, which is a solid value for adding protection to your truck's door sill and keeping it looking good for years to come. Installation on these two is very straightforward, so we're rating this a simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You can have this installed in just 15 minutes of your time. These protectors use automotive grade adhesive backing here on the back to allow for a peel and stick application. Just make sure you clean that surface really thoroughly before the install to get the best bond possible. Now, let's check out exactly how that process goes with an install video from one of our American Trucks customers.
Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm just going to be installing on my 2014 Silverado a set of front and rear door seal protectors. So for the first step before installing, I'm just going to clean out the door seal. With this, I just have a bottle of detailer spray. Except this is actually just water and alcohol spray. So I'm just gonna clean this off real nice, make sure it has a good clean surface for the adhesive to stick to. Alright, then once you got a clean surface, we're just gonna go ahead and open it up. Pull the plastic off, get the actual product here. Then on the back of the product, you're just gonna have some 3M, little protective for the adhesive. So we'll just go ahead and pull that off. So really the only tricky part about this installation is, for me, whenever I installed this, I just wanted to make sure I got the actual protective pad up underneath the weather stripping of the door seal. And also that I wanted to line it up approximately with this panel so that it looked nice and uniform and like a straight line coming down along the door seal. So it's a little bit tricky because you kind of have to work the material up in there and try and keep it from sticking to the door as you're doing so. And so you just kind of have to work it a little bit and pull it tight so you don't have any bends or kind of air bubbles built up into the material. So I'm just going to take this left corner here and try and line it up with the frame, and then I'm just going to work the protector up in there. Alright, so that's up in there as far as I want it. I can't see any paint between the door seal protector and the weather stripping. All right, so now I'm just gonna kind of slowly work it down along the door seal. And I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna kind of work it to each ledge, and then once I get to the ledge, I'm just gonna kind of fold it over just to keep any of this loose material from sticking to the rest of the door seal. I'm just kind of holding up the excess material. Just kind of working it over this ledge. There is kind of like a U shape at the bottom. You kind of have to work the material down into just so it mates with the entire surface. And then just working it over this final ledge here. As you can see, it lines up pretty well. If you have it even, it's gonna line up pretty well with this kind of bottom strip down here. And just kind of smooth out the rest. Alright, and that is it for the front. Alright, so now same thing with the rear door panel. First thing, I'm just going to take my alcohol and water and just clean up the door panel. Alright, so for the rear door panel, how I want to do this is I want to line it up with this kind of foot panel here. The material extends out about 1/4 of an inch past the door panel, so I'm just going to kind of use that as a reference just to get it lined up. So this one's a little bit easier than the front just because it's not as long of a piece of material. It just makes it a little bit easier to kind of pull it out, keep it straight, and keep it from getting any wrinkles in it as you're installing it. So again, I'm just going to take it, kind of pull it tight, and then as I am installing it, I'm just going to kind of fold it back over the top, try and get it lined up using that panel. Make sure it's even on both sides. Now I just want to make sure it's as far up under this weather strip as I want it to go. Again, if it's not, you can just kind of lift it up and work it until it is. So that looks pretty good there. It's even on the left and right side. So now I'm just gonna start folding it down on this first ledge here. Just kind of keeping the excess out of the way. Making sure I get it down into that crevice. And then if you don't get it exactly how you want it the first time, you can just kind of slowly lift it up, work it back into place. I'd say this stuff's a pretty It's a workable material as far as working it into the bends of the frame. And it doesn't really get crinkled up, but it's also tough enough to protect it. Like there, you can see I was able to kind of work that out. Just smooth it out. And there we go.
All right, that's gonna wrap up our review and install of the front door sill protection in black for the 2014 and newer Silverado 1500s. And for all things Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.